A millionaire returns to Brazil after 3 years and freezes when he sees his ex with a child. Rafael Mendes walked through Guarulhos airport adjusting his Italian tie. 3 years building a tech empire in Silicon Valley had transformed the young Brazilian programmer into one of the country's wealthiest entrepreneurs. At 32, he was returning with millions in the bank, but an inexplicable emptiness in his chest. His green eyes casually scanned the crowd when his heart simply stopped. There, just a few meters away, stood Mariana Silva, the woman he had abandoned 3 years ago, claiming he needed to focus on his career without distractions. She wore a yellow floral dress and looked even more beautiful, though there was a new maturity in her face. But that wasn't what made Rafael freeze completely, his leather briefcase falling to the floor with a loud thud. Beside Mariana, firmly holding her hand, was a little girl with honey-colored curly hair, exactly like his in childhood. The child was about 2 years old, with the same penetrating green eyes he had inherited from his Italian grandmother. The world disappeared. The airport noise became a distant hum. Mariana saw him at the same instant. Her face went pale, then flushed. She instinctively pulled the little girl closer. Rafael forced his trembling legs to move. Each step felt like an eternity. When he stood face to face with them, words stuck in his throat. "Rafael," Mariana's voice trembled, but there was firmness in her gaze. "Mariana, He looked at the child. "How old is she?" The silence was eloquent. Tears formed in Mariana's eyes. 2.5. Rafael felt like he'd been punched in the stomach. 2.5. He had left 3 years ago. The math was devastating. "Why didn't you ever tell me?" His voice came out harder than he intended. Mariana raised her chin with the strength she had developed alone. "I tried, Rafael, in the first weeks after you left, but you were too busy building your empire. When I finally got through to you, you made it clear you didn't want anything that would hold you back." The memory hit Rafael like ice water. That call on a stressful day during important negotiations. He had been harsh, impatient. "I was 3 months pregnant that day," Mariana continued, her voice breaking. "When you said you had made the right choice leaving without emotional baggage, I decided my daughter wouldn't be baggage to anyone." "What's her name?" Rafael asked, crouching down to the little girl's height. "Sofia. Sofia Mendes Silva." She had given the child his last name. "Hi, Sofia," Rafael said softly, looking into those green eyes, his own eyes looking back. "I'm a friend of Mommy's," Mariana interrupted. "Sofia, say hi." The girl waved shyly, then hid her face against Mariana's leg. Rafael felt his heart break. His own daughter didn't know him. He had missed her first steps, first words, first smile. "We need to talk," he said, standing up. "Please, Mariana." She hesitated, then nodded. "There's a cafe over there. Half an hour. We have a flight to Florianopolis in 2 hours." Seated at a table, with Sofia entertained with juice and cookies, Mariana told him everything. How she discovered the pregnancy and couldn't reach him. How she decided to go forward alone. How her parents supported her. How she worked until her 7th month and returned when Sofia was 6 months old. "It wasn't easy," she admitted. "There were nights not knowing how I'd pay the bills. Moments of complete loneliness. But every time I looked at her, I found strength." Rafael listened in silence, each word a spear through his heart. While he was at exclusive parties, closing million-dollar deals, Mariana faced sleepless nights and financial worries alone. "Are you with someone now?" The question escaped. Mariana stared at him. "Is that relevant?" "Mariana, I messed everything up. I know that. I was a selfish idiot. But she's my daughter. I have rights." "Rights?" Her voice turned icy. "You abandoned those rights when you left. Rights come with responsibilities, Rafael. With presence, with love, not with a bank account." Rafael took a deep breath. "You're right. But you need to understand. I didn't know." "Would you have stayed?" Mariana interrupted. "Honestly? Or would you have felt trapped?" The question hung in the air. Rafael wanted to say he would have stayed, but honesty forced him to hesitate. "I don't know," he finally admitted. The Raphael from 3 years ago? Maybe not. But the man I am today, who spent 3 years chasing success only to realize I was empty. He would have chosen differently. Sophia, sensing tension, climbed into Mariana's lap. Mommy sad? No, sweetheart, Mommy's fine. Mariana hugged her. Raphael watched, and something broke inside him. Tears, which he hadn't shed in years, rolled down his face. Please, he pleaded, I'm not asking to go back, but let me know her, let me be the father I should have been. Mariana watched him for a long time. You think it's that simple? You show up after 3 years and expect to enter her life? No, I know it's not simple, but I'll do whatever's necessary. Therapy, legal agreements, whatever you want. Just don't shut me out completely. And your business in San Francisco? I'm back permanently, Raphael revealed. I'm opening the South American headquarters here. Already bought an apartment. Even without knowing about Sophia, I'd already decided that success without roots wasn't worth anything. Mariana looked surprised. You've changed. Wealth taught me something, Raphael said, wiping tears. It can buy comfort, opportunities, power, but it can't buy the moments I missed. It can't buy her first daddy. Sophia, fascinated, stretched out her little hand and touched his face. Why are you crying, mister? Raphael took that delicate hand. Because I met the most beautiful little girl in the world, and I'm very happy. Sophia smiled. That smile hit him like a hurricane. Let's do this, Mariana said, softening. I won't make this decision in half an hour, but Sophia deserves to know her father, if he's really changed. I'm committed, Raphael affirmed. Then prove it. We're in Florianopolis for 2 weeks. When we return, you can visit her on weekends. We'll go slowly. If you prove consistency and that you care above your ego, we'll expand the time. The flight announcement echoed. Raphael felt panic. Your card, Mariana requested. All your information, and this time you answer. Raphael quickly handed over his card and personal number. Day or night, holiday or weekday. You call, I answer. Always. Mariana picked up Sophia. The girl was already drowsy. Bye, mister, Sophia murmured. Bye, princess, Raphael responded, voice breaking. But as Mariana started to leave, something in Raphael broke. Mariana, wait! She turned. I loved you, he said. I want you to know. I was young and blind, but I loved you. I threw away the best thing I had because I thought success was more important. Raphael, I'm not trying to win you back. That wouldn't be fair. You built a life, raised our daughter. But every achievement was tainted by the memory of what I lost. He looked at Sophia. I'll spend my life making up for it. Tears ran down Mariana's face. You broke me, Raphael, I know. And if I could go back... But you can't. No one can. She took a deep breath. But maybe we can build something new. Not what we had, but something different. For her. Call me when you return, Mariana said. And Raphael, don't disappoint me. I'll survive, but I won't put my daughter in a position waiting for a father who doesn't show up. Never, Raphael swore. I'd rather die than disappoint her. Mariana studied his face, then nodded. 2 weeks. 2 months later, Raphael was at the park, more nervous than he'd ever been in any negotiation. He saw Mariana approaching, Sophia jumping beside her. During those weeks, he consulted child psychologists, set up a trust fund for Sophia, organized his will. But mainly, he started therapy to understand why he had prioritized ambition. Raphael! Sophia shouted, running toward him. He crouched down, and she threw herself into his arms. Raphael hugged her, inhaling the scent of children's shampoo. Do you remember me? You're the crying man. Mommy said you're going to be my friend. Raphael looked at Mariana, a silent question. Baby steps, Mariana said with a small smile. Friend is a good start. It's perfect, Raphael agreed. As Sophia pulled him to the playground, chattering away, Raphael realized he had conquered the world but almost lost his universe. Now, holding his daughter's hand, watching Mariana laugh as Sophia played, Raphael understood the true meaning of wealth. It wasn't in his bank account. It was in that moment, in that park, with the two people who made his life complete. And this time, he wouldn't mess it up. 6 months later, Raphael had become a constant presence in Sophia's life. He never missed an appointment, never broke a promise. Friend became Rafa, and then, on a rainy Sunday, building Lego castles, Sophia looked at him with those identical green eyes and asked, "Rafa, can you be my daddy?" Raphael looked at Mariana, who was watching from the kitchen, tears in her eyes. "I would love to be your daddy, Sophia," he responded, voice breaking, "if your mommy lets me." Mariana nodded, unable to speak, and in that moment, 3 years after making the biggest mistake of his life, Rafael Mendez finally came home. He hugged Sophia tight, feeling small arms wrap around his neck. Mariana approached, and for the first time in years, the three of them formed a hug, awkward, emotional, but real. "Daddy," Sophia whispered, testing the word. "Yes, princess. Daddy's here, and I'm never leaving again." Outside, rain fell gently over Sao Paulo. But inside that room, illuminated by scattered Lego blocks and a child's laughter, Raphael discovered that true fortune wasn't measured in millions. It was measured in moments like this. And he was finally the richest man in the world. The end.